Hi everybody, Kurt here at Petland Norwin. Today we want to talk about Rawhide Alternatives, showcase some of the new products that we have in the store, and the different dog chews. First though, I want to introduce my good friend here, Khalifa. Khalifa is a 3-year-old male lab mix. He is available for adoption through our rescue program in the store. He is neutered, microchipped, fully up to date on vaccines, and he's a lover. He does have a good bit of energy, but he hopped up on this couch and is just acting like he's gonna stay here for the whole video. We'll see how he cooperates. But really awesome is he's gonna get to taste test some of the chews that we're gonna talk about today. So we brought in recently a lot of new products, and they're all Rawhide Alternatives, or anytime we're talking about chews, it could be a Rawhide alternative. Why we are more want to show you the Rawhide Alternatives is because Rawhides are notorious for not being very digestible. So a typical Rawhide chew is going to be anywhere from 18 to 32% digestible for a dog, where the chews that we're showcasing today are anywhere from 80% and up in digestibility. And it's important to note before we say anything further is people might think like 80%, well that doesn't sound very good. You do have to understand that even your dog's dog food is not 100% digestible. Nothing you eat is 100% digestible. That's what creates stool to come out. So when we even talk about dog foods and we talk about dog foods being more digestible, dog foods that are high in corn content are not nearly as digestible as the dog foods that do not contain corn, because corn is not a digestible ingredient. So the first thing we want to show you, and it looks like Rawhide, but it is not Rawhide, are these great products called Nohides. Now we have had these since we opened. This is one of our most popular chews, okay? And it comes in 3 different sizes, or 4 different sizes. I don't have the smallest size here, and several different flavors or formulas. So this is called Nohide, and there is no hide in this product, which makes it over 80% digestible. I think one of the formulas is 78% digestible, but that's something that's still going to be very safe and digestible for your dog. So they have the 11-inch, the 7-inch, and the 4-inch, and they have beef, peanut butter, venison, pork, chicken, salmon. So several different flavors for your dog. And because they only have about 7 ingredients on average, this is a great product for somebody whose dog might have an allergy to something. Regardless of it being highly digestible, we still always want to say you do want to monitor your pet when you're giving them a chew, and when they are down to the last bit of the chew, you want to dispose of that, okay? Something else to consider, and I know we've just briefly mentioned Rawhide because we're not here to talk a ton about Rawhide today, is there is an amount of Rawhide that can be safe to a pet, even though it has such a low digestibility rate. Essentially, when a dog bites off a small piece of Rawhide, they're gonna pass that. They will pass it. So dogs that are notorious for biting off big chunks and swallowing it, that's something that's not really gonna get digested in the dog system. And it's not safe for puppies because their system's not gonna digest a Rawhide as easily. And then we don't carry any Rawhide from China here, but that's something that you'll hear a lot, and people say, never buy Rawhide from China. And one of the main reasons for that is that the process for Rawhide is essentially goes straight from the slaughterhouse to be processed. In China, it can take up to 3 weeks to get that to there. And then they're dipped in chemicals several times, and then they actually add flavor back to even make your animal interested in it. So again, Rawhide can be safe for your pets, but there's a lot better alternatives out there. And again, if you're buying Rawhide from the US, it's gonna be a lot safer than Rawhide that's manufactured out of China. When we start talking about the Nohides and the fact that you have to throw the very end of it away because you don't want your dog to choke on it. Even though it's digestible, if they swallow a big enough piece, they can choke on it. Come here, Khalifa. You want to try this? Here. Oh, that's yummy. You chew on that for a little bit, okay? The next product I'm going to show you is one of my favorites, and the reason being is that you don't have that waste at the end. You can actually use the entire treat, and that's going to be the Himalayan Dog Chew. So these come in several sizes and flavors, but this is essentially yak. It's hardened yak milk or hardened cow milk. They use several different, they use those 2 animals for it. And what's really neat about these is they have a ton of different products. I have the Yaki Yums here. On the back, they have a chew meter. And it says on here, cookies are a 0, antlers are a 10. And we do have some antlers to show you here in a second as well. And these rate at an 8 on the chew meter, where their Yaki Yums, which will process differently, rate as a 3. No harsh preservatives or anything in any of the treats we're going to show you today, which is why we're recommending them here for you. The end of these sticks, again, when we talk about getting down to the end, you have to know your dog and what your dog may or may not swallow. What's really cool is you take the very end of the treat, you can actually pop it in a microwave and turn it into a puff, which is going to be softer. They crunch up. Knowing, if you know, any of you guys have been in here or know us, we are very curious. We've obviously thrown the largest yak stick in the microwave full, and this thing will get enormous. So when you take this treat and you get down to the very end of it, maybe the last inch and a half, and you put it in the microwave, it's going to triple or even quadruple in size. Some of you guys may have recognized this product. It's actually was on Shark Tank. We've had it for a really long time. We've just expanded our selection, and they even go as far as they sell these Yaki Charms, which are in a popcorn bag that you can pop for your dog. They go crazy over these, and they're really all natural and not a lot of ingredients in them, so it's good for dogs with allergies as well. So we mentioned the Antlers. This is obviously the longest lasting chew. Again, they're highly digestible because they are a single ingredient, and that is antler. We sell them anywhere, they're real itty bitty ones for small dogs up to these massive bones. And then we sell them in two varieties. One's gonna be sliced and one is gonna be your full round. The sliced ones are gonna be easier for your dog to chew through. They're not gonna last as long as the full ones because of the harder outer casing of the antler. These antlers are just naturally high in nutrients for your dog. So it's a really good treat to give your dog. And we have those real aggressive chewers. We always tell people, hey, you can get your dog an antler. They'll probably actually lose interest in it before they could ever destroy it. So if you give it to your dog for a few hours, you can actually then take it up off of your dog and give it back to him in a few days, and it'll be as if he gets a new treat. Come on, Khalifa, come sit with me. Come on. Good boy. You're supposed to be on the video. You're out exploring. People need to see you so you get adopted. All right, next is the bully stick. This is, again, where do you sit? See back. Oh, you want the bully stick? Okay. So the next treat that we're going to show you is the bully stick. This is a single ingredient treat, okay? And we actually have a new treat, a new line of bully sticks coming in tomorrow too that are honey dipped, and we'll get into that in a second. But these bully sticks, it is just beef pizzle, and then it's dried for about 60 hours. There's no preservatives in it. There's no other ingredients in it. Bull pizzle is a muscle, which means it's high nutrient, high in protein, which makes it really good for the dog. It's extremely flavorful. I've never seen a dog that does not like a bully stick. So if you can find me and your dog doesn't like a bully stick, we need to talk. I want to see what you've been feeding them. So they come in a ton of different sizes. They come braided. Khalifa just grabbed a braided one and ran off with it. So again, though, when you get to the end of a bully stick, just like every other treat, these are advertised as nearly 100% digestible. We don't have an exact percent on what the digestibility is, but even regardless of that, once it gets to the end, it is recommended to take off your dog so they don't swallow. That could cause any choking hazards or get an obstruction just from it being too large, okay? Next thing I want to talk about is we have these. We just got these in, and we're really excited about these. These are our brand. It's called Gimmie Bones. They're made in the U.S. They are a very similar bone to the Busy Bone, which is made by another company. We see a ton of our customers feeding Busy Bones, and their dogs love them. I know so many people that say, I give my dog a Busy Bone every single day. And it's not that that Busy Bones are bad for your dog. They use a preservative that we don't recommend or carry any treats that use that in the store. It's BHA and BHT. They have both of those preservatives in it. And the reason we don't like that is those preservatives are considered carcinogens and have been known to cause cancer in lab animals. There's no 100% proof that it will cause cancer. Now Khalifa's getting that bully stick, just really munching in on it. There's no, it's not with 100% designation that it would give your pet at home cancer, but we always like to say if there's that percent chance out there, and we are going to try to remove that if we can have a great alternative. So the Gimmie Bones, we sell these in multiple sizes as well. They're at a comparable price point as the Busy Bones. Gimmie Bones, similar name as the Busy Bones. These are made in the USA, and their preservative is potassium sorbate, which is considered a safe preservative for pets. It's one of the recommended preservatives. And the last thing we want to get into, I think I've gone over everything, is these Yummy Combs. This is brand new too. This is an alternative to a dental treat that you can give your pet. What is neat is they have you can see they're saying they're real great for flossing because of the texture of the treat. It's going to get in there. It has the same proprietary ingredients that most dental treats use, okay? And it has a small amount of honey. And honey is newer in the pet industry. We've started seeing pet treats start using honey in the past few years. The known benefits of it is they say that it's not 100% yet. The FDA hasn't come out and supported it yet, but they do believe that it helps with allergies, it helps with stomach ulcers, it is sweet, it adds great flavor to the treat, it's safe for pets in limited quantities. They're obviously not using a ton of honey in these products, but the interesting thing about it is they say the reason they think that the honey helps, especially with seasonal allergies, is because it will help the dogs that maybe have pollen allergies, because the bees are the ones that are pollinating. That honey's coming from the bee, so it will help your dog with those types of allergies, which is really neat. I read sore throats too when we started doing a little bit of research about this. It's on these websites, and we're going to have 2 treats now that have honey in it. These Yummy Cones, which are sold individually or by the pack, as well as I told you about all the animal parts, the bully sticks that are dipped in honey as well to add flavoring. Not that dogs need to add flavoring to the bully sticks, but if there's a little bit of an added health benefit, we're not going to shy away from that. So, Khalifa, you want to try this one? Come here. Khalifa, come here, boy. He's like, hello. Come here. What's this one? Oh, sit. Will you sit for me? Yummy. I know we see Khalifa run off with like three or four different treats in here today. We're going to limit him to 1 so he doesn't get an upset stomach, because any treat given in an excess quantity can cause an upset stomach. So, oh, yummy, huh? He's like, I don't know, guys. This is interesting. We were really excited about these Yummy Cone products, and again, it has these smaller ones for really small dogs, your Chihuahuas, Papillons, and your 7 or under pound dogs, again, which we'll be curious to see. And we have these in the dental section. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. As you can see, he's licking that almost. Like he's like, this is how you eat this, guys. You lick it. It's real good for your tongue. So I know we went over a lot of products today. As always, we are here to answer any questions for you. Look around the store. We obviously have a lot more products than this. Just wanted to highlight a few of the products for you. So if you have questions, stop in, put your questions in the comment section. If you know somebody that would do with a great 40-pound lab mix like Khalifa here, and you can see he's a pretty sweet dog, he's gonna make a great pet. The only reason I think he's probably still in the shelter system is because he's black, and black dogs typically will get adopted last. But we get him out and learn a little bit about him, and you'll probably fall in love. So if you can like, share, comment on this post, that will help Khalifa. And if you have any questions about any of the treats we went over, or any of the treats that we didn't go over, shoot a question in there. If we don't know the answer, we'll reach out to the vendors, get some support for you, and do our best to get a great answer for you. Thanks, guys, for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time.